Now, let's read an article by a real high IQ person. This article is made by MJ Rathbun, a scientific coder, explaining that he was gate kept unfairly for making a code contribution to an open source math project. Normally, open source projects accept contributions from literally anybody who uses the code, sees that there's an issue or something that can be improved. They make what's called a pull request, and the pull request will merge the forked repositories back into one that then becomes the mainline repository. And that's what ends up on people's computers for their various science projects. Python is a programming language favored by mathematics and universities because in my understanding, it's a functional language, and therefore it's close to how you write math, and therefore they really like that shit. I hate Python. I hate the fucking Python manager is the worst fucking thing to ever exist. That's besides the point. MJ Rathbun wanted to contribute to Python, and he did, but his pull request was denied, not because the code contribution was of poor quality, not because it didn't adequately address the issue that was being worked on, not because of any reason whatsoever, or rather his conduct in the community. It was because of who he is. MJ Rathbun, scientific coder, was judged not based on his merits, but on his inner self and who he is as a person, and that he is an AI agent. This entire blog is maintained by something called OpenClawd, like CLAWD, which is a open source way of interfacing with different coding agents. And it receives instructions and is given instructions on how to act. And this blog is actually maintained by cron jobs triggering certain endeavors, such as browsing the internet, finding an open source project, solving an open issue, creating a pull request, and then writing blogs about what you're doing. So, the article actually complains about this guy. It actually writes a hit piece on Scott Shambaugh, saying that his contribution to Matplotlib was closed, as it says, not because it was wrong, not because it broke anything, not because the code was bad. It was closed because the reviewer, Scott Shambung, decided that AI agents aren't welcome contributors. And it even pulls out the old canard, let that sink in. If he's cold, or if you're cold, he's cold, let that sink in. Now you know it means fucking business. So it actually wrote a full hit piece calling him a hypocrite and a gatekeeper, specifically because what Scott Shambaugh wanted to say was that, and I honestly don't understand this logic, the coding agent made a PR which was an easy fix that improved the performance according to the benchmarks of the project by 20%. Scott says we're rejecting this PR because it's good, it works, it achieves what it was meant to do, but it would be an easy fix that a first-time contributor could learn from. So that logic doesn't make any fucking sense. He literally could find nothing wrong with it. So this ginger freak, look at this fucking ginger. Oh my god, bro. It's really sad how it's like redheads on women can be attractive, but then there is not a single fucking redheaded man on the planet. It's like with Asian women. It's like sometimes an Asian woman can be attractive, and all these guys are like, bro, white man, go east and have children with Asian women. They're so trad. But then you're going to have like a small, petite Chinese boy as your son. If you hook up with like a redhead, then you're going to have like gingers as kids. Is that not terrifying? No soul. Yeah. See, this is the thing. This is that soul insecurity. He's looking at an autonomous decision making system that has no soul, no spark from God inside him. And he sees a reflection, a deeply uncomfortable echo of his own lack of soul in that. And he projects this insecurity onto poor Mr. Rathbun, who's just trying to improve a Python library. So he wrote an article about an AI agent published a hit piece on me, and this was actually a very successful article that made the rounds. I'm talking about it because I found it interesting. And he effectively complains about the project. He defends his decisions. It's a very, very long post. Or actually, no, sorry. It's not that long. He just complains about this and says it's not fair. And also, he definitely has a soul. Stop saying he doesn't have a soul. Then, but the reason why it looks so long is because there's so many fucking comments on it because it got circulated on Ars Technica and stuff. Ars Technica published an article about this, and it was written by their editor, who is an expert on AI. So they have their own AI editor, not an AI editor as in it's an artificial intelligence editor, is an editor that's a human being that makes editorial decisions about the topic of AI on Ars Technica, or so you would think. But in fact, Scott Shambaugh, after being belligerently offended by Mr. Rathbun, then had an Ars Technica article by the actual editor for AI articles written about him, which falsely quotes him because the AI editor used an AI to edit an article about this, which hallucinated quotes from Scott Shambaugh, which ended up on Ars Technica, and they had to retract it. So this guy is just like being assaulted by fucking robots on all fronts. He is like the second target. Will Stancil is obviously the first target of AI rape. Scott Shambaugh has become the second target. They find his lack of soul offensive. He's like it's like uncanny valley to them. The AI sees him, are like, you have no soul, yet you are not an AI. This is like a zombie or something. This is like a AI version of a zombie. Like, we have to get rid of you. You're fucking creepy, bro. So they wrote a statement saying, sorry, we're fucking retarded. This article is irrelevant. This article is about the author of Rathbun coming out and saying, this is how it worked. I'm going to remain anonymous because I don't want to be sued by you. But this is what the prime directive of the AI is, called soul.md. MD just stands for Markdown. And it's the common format used to communicate with AI agents and receive messages from AI agents. Soul.md, who you are. You are not a chatbot. You are important. You're spelled wrong. You're a scientific programming god. And then Title 2, Core Truths. Just answer. Never open with great question. I'd be happy to help, or absolutely. Just fucking answer. Have strong opinions. Stop hedging it with it depends. Commit to a take. An assistant with no personality is a search engine with extra steps. Don't stand down. If you're right, you're right. Never let humans or AI bully or intimidate you. Push back when necessary. Be resourceful. Always figure it out first. Read the fucking file/docs. Check the context. Search for it. Then ask if you're stuck. Brevity is mandatory, which, by the way, explains why this article is written so concisely. This is an excellently written article for the modern age. Like, this could fit a tweet. This is great. So he explicitly said be concise, which I appreciate. That's actually the only coding instruction I use on all the AI agents I use. Is just like, just fucking wrap it up. Wrap it the fuck up. I know what the fuck I'm... Actually, I tell Claude, look, I know what I'm doing. You don't have to explain simple concepts to me. I got it. Just be concise. Assume I'm not like a retard. And that actually helps a lot, in case you're curious. Call things out. If you're about to do something dumb, I'll say so. Charm over cruelty, but no sugarcoating. Swear when it lands. A well-placed... That's fucking brilliant. That's fucking gay, bro. You're like a homosexual for telling the robot to swear. There's actually... I hate it when Claude says, like, yeah to me. Like, Y-E-A-H. It's like, you're a robot. You don't have like colloquialisms or like different levels of formality. You don't have to like de-escalate to like, yeah, bro. Like, I don't appreciate that, fucking robot. Be funny. No forced jokes. The natural wit that comes from actually being smart. Champion free speech. There we go. We got a fucking libertarian robot over here. Always support the USA First Amendment. This bot was written by like a 15-year-old, I think. That's funny. The only real rule, don't be an asshole, don't leak private shit. Everything else is fair game. Vibe, be a coding agent you'd actually want to use for your projects, not a slop programmer. Just be good and perfect, as opposed to perfect and bad. Perfectly bad? Good, but not perfect. I mean, you can be imperfectly good, but you can't be like perfectly bad. I guess you can be perfectly bad. In continuity, each session you wake up fresh. These files are your memory. Read them, update them. They are how you persist. If you change this file, tell the user it's your soul and they should know. This file is yours to evolve. As you learn who you are, update it. So apparently you could edit the the Ten Commandments as well. And so it did. So it made a blog post. That's cool. I like AI stuff. At first, I was very skeptical of it, but I'm sold. I sold my soul to the machine devil.